Hello grade 7s, welcome back to Thuma Mina Teaching. This is our second last lesson for EMS in term 3, but it's also our last lesson that looks at the topic of starting a business. My name is Boitumelo Diale and this is my contribution to Thuma Mina Teaching. As I've mentioned, this lesson focuses on starting a business and we'll be specifically looking at advertising. When you hear the word media, you're probably thinking about social media or a group of journalists who are ready to bombard you with questions. But you know what, grade 7s? Media is so much more than that. There are different types of media that we can use to advertise a product. Let's have a look at some of the different types of media. There's social media, printed media, radio commercials, as well as television commercials. These 4 types of media are the most common types of media, and they can be used to draw customers from all over the world. The first type of media that we're going to look at is social media. Social media can be used to advertise a product. There are different social media platforms that can be used, but the 3 most famous platforms are TikTok, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Did you know that average TikTok users open the TikTok app at least 8 times per day? TikTok is a popular social media app and a great tool for promoting and advertising a product and your business. You can also sponsor influencers to promote your product on behalf of your business on the social media apps. For example, the influencers Logan Paul and KSI created a craze when they launched and promoted Prime on TikTok. Within hours, thousands of users rushed to stores to get their hands on this limited product. You can also advertise your products using printed media. Printed media can be advertisements in newspapers or magazines, or it can be signs with your ad printed on them that might appear at the local supermarket. To create good printed media, a business usually needs to get a graphic designer in for advice and for ideas. When Cyril started his business, he printed flyers to advertise his products and services, and he handed them out at the taxi rank and put some in the windshield wipers. You can also use radio ads or TV ads to advertise your products, but this form of advertising is very expensive. There are a lot of resources involved in putting together radio ads and TV ads, and this is why they are so expensive. Have you ever wondered how long it takes to make a Thuma Mina video? Well, it takes about 35 hours to make one of these videos because there are so many people involved in just creating one video. Alright, grade 7s, let's move over to the second part of this lesson, which focuses on a technique that we use to create a good advertisement. And this technique is called AIDA. AIDA is an acronym which stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. Let's look at the first part, attention. If you create an advertisement, it must be something that gets people's attention. It should be colorful, creative, and original. The second one is interest. The ad must make people interested in your product. The third one is desire. If you create an advertisement, it must be so good that people desire your product and then they buy it. The last one is action. A good advertisement gets people to act. Once people have seen the advertisement, they must immediately want to go to the stores and buy it. If they're attracted, if they're interested, and if they desire it but they don't go and buy it, then actually the advert didn't achieve its goal. Okay, grade 7s, let's now do a fun activity. I'm going to put up 2 different advertisements and I would like you to analyze these two adverts using the AIDA technique.
Oh, it was raining cats and dogs out there. But we're back! Wow, what a legend. Oh, hi, Ace. Oh, great crossbreed. No one can resist that new car smell. Or this. Whoa! Now that's a truckload of awesome. There was a short pause. See what I did there? So thanks for all your support, South Africa. Here's to the next 60 years.
What we did here is figure out a way to blend in more, just by driving a car. I dare you to look at this car and find something that stands out. It simply can't be done.
When we came up with this idea, we thought, well, let's not come up with any other ideas. This idea is good enough.
We wanted to take all of the other sedans out there, all of their predictability, and roll them into one car. And that's what we did. This car is an exact replica of a car.
This is the most mainstream driving experience. This is the most complacent commuting experience. It's time we took familiarity back. And that's just what we've done with this car.
Teachers, can you please help your students complete this activity by analyzing the two adverts using the AIDA tool? Once you have done that, the students must be able to determine which one is good and which one isn't. Well done, grade 7s, for successfully completing that activity. We are now going to move over to the 4 P's of marketing, which are price, product, place, and promotion. The first one is price. Price means that you have to choose the right price for your product or service. If your product is too expensive, no one will want to buy it. And if it is too cheap, you will unfortunately not make a profit, and people may think that your product is of low quality, and then they will actually not want to buy it either. For example, Cyril knows that he can't charge 1,000 Rand for someone to cut their hair because few people will be able to afford it. But he also can't charge 10 Rand either, because then people will think it's a low quality service and he will then not make money. The next one is product. Your product or service must satisfy the customer's needs or desires. Otherwise, they will not be interested in that product. If there is not enough of a need or desire for a product, then people will not buy it and you will not make enough money. Let's have a look at place. Place means that the product must be available in the right place for people to buy. If it is difficult for people to buy a product, they will go to more convenient places and buy other products. When you open your business, it's always a good idea to open your business and to be located in a central place where it's busy and where people usually go. For example, a taxi rank or even a nearby mall. The final one is promotion. Promotion means that you have to advertise the product well enough. Otherwise, people will not be aware of your product. So it is important to regularly launch promotional campaigns. For example, Cyril decided to do a promotional campaign where each client received a free shampoo with every haircut. Grade 7s, you have now learned the basic skills that you need in order to start a business. And I hope that at your next Entrepreneurs Day, you'll be able to implement these skills in order to run a profitable business. Grade 7s, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a good lesson and I hope to see you in our next and final lesson. Bye!